Welcome back, everybody. Today I will be interviewing Ian Georgeson, a college student who also happens to work a full-time job. Ian, thanks for being with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So today we're just kind of going to talk about how hard it is to find that balance where for your work life and your social life and your school life. So my first question is let's just kind of talk about how hard really is it to have that balance.
Yeah, well, it is pretty difficult because, I'm working about almost 30 hours for my job right now, and I'm taking about four classes. So
Oh
it's pretty
wow.
hard to find that, sort of balance to get everything done.
Mhm.
But really, you just can't slack off. You can't be screwing around. You have to do your work. You have to stick with what's right because then you just won't get anything done.
Mhm. So
And yeah, that's pretty much it.
So with work and everything, do you think you're working too many hours with the working 30? Because I know I have a job too. So I'm only working like 20 hours max a week. So do you feel like working 30 is a little too much?
Yeah, I think it is. I think I kind of pushed myself a little too hard this semester, but I just wanted to make some money this semester,
Right.
and I guess I've just been able to find that balance. I don't know, you just gotta make time for yourself, I guess, and I don't
Right.
know. Sometimes you just gotta sacrifice things that you love to do what needs to be right.
Right. So do you think there's any way that that could be changed? Would you want to work less hours than what you're working right now? Because I know we talk about money here. Money is like a key factor for a college student. So would you want to work less hours, but then again, you need the money?
Right. I think with what I did this semester might have been a little too much. Maybe if I'm still working the same job next semester.
Hmm.
Maybe I'll do like take off like 5 hours or just do like 25 hours or something.
So are
'Cause
you cool with your boss then? Would your boss be okay with that?
oh yeah, totally. Because well, at Panera, they're really, really flexible with everyone's schedules. Like I've seen people go from like 40 hours to they drop down to 25 because it was too much for them. So really at like Panera Bread, they're really, really flexible.
Yeah, because I remember I had to do that. As I work at Mariano's, and they were giving me like 35 hours a week on school weeks. I was just like, no, 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 I can't do this. So
Right.
I was kind of nervous to talk to my boss about it, but once I talked to him, it was all good, and I got like chopped down to like 20 hours, so it all worked.
Yeah,
So
also
now,
with the union too, so they're always down to help you guys out.
oh, absolutely. So now let's talk about school a little bit. How many classes did you say you're taking this semester?
Right now, I'm taking four classes.
So, how many days a week do you have class?
I'm in school Monday through Friday.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I got two, no, I got three classes Mondays and Wednesdays, and I have one class Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Wow.
And then I go to work Mondays and Wednesdays as well. So my Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays actually are all pretty
Busy.
crazy and hectic.
So do you get a lot of homework in these classes?
Um, no, not really. Well, the one mass communications class, we just get small projects.
Really?
Um, my math class, we get, daily homework and all that, but not too much homework has been given me
Yeah.
this semester. I think that's why I've been able to find that balance with being able to work so much.
Hmm. So you feel like you're getting too much homework this semester then?
No, it's been the perfect balance of like the amount of homework I'm getting. So it hasn't been a lot.
Well, how long have you been in college for?
This will be, let's see, I started in spring of 2016 because I took one semester off. So this would be my third year. And
Okay.
my first few semesters, I didn't really know what I wanted to do.
Hmm.
So after my, I think, second year, I realized I wanted to be a broadcast journalist. So that's when I started pursuing for that associate's degree.
So throughout your college career, have you ever felt like you've had too much homework for one class or anything since you've been here since 2016?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, there's always going to be those teachers that are going to give you like giant amounts of workload.
Yeah.
So
Right. I
it's
just
really difficult to find that balance because one teacher will give you like maybe one piece of homework per week, and then there's one teacher that'll give you like a piece of homework for every day that you're there.
right. So we're feeling like a potential overload here because if you have all this homework in that one class and you're still trying to work a job that works you 30 hours a week, that's got to be difficult.
Oh yeah, totally.
Because going back to myself here, yeah, I used to work at Jewel as well, and it was during finals week, and they gave me like 40 hours, and I'm trying to study for finals here, and I was like, are you kidding me right now? Like, I was so stressed out and everything, like, because I couldn't get my work done, I couldn't get my schoolwork done, and to me, I prioritized my schoolwork over my actual job.
Right. Right. Well, schoolwork is definitely way more important than your job that you're working right now. So you always just
Right.
got to make sure that you give your, boss a notice, like maybe a month beforehand. They're like, hey, I got finals on this week. I need that off, or like the week beforehand so I can study.
Right. So let's talk about so how hard do you think it is? So you're a full-time student and you're basically a full-time worker. How hard is it to kind of have like a social life with all
It's
that?
pretty hard because I've been like finding myself hanging out with my friends like late at night now. Like because I'm always getting off at 10 o'clock or I'm doing my homework till late and I want to get stuff done before I hang out with people. So it's pretty hard to balance a social life, I guess, because I'm probably only seeing my friends maybe once or twice a week now.
Real, and you're seeing them late at night. So yeah, that kind of sucks with all that.
Yeah,
So,
because we're only hanging out for a few hours because then,
right.
by midnight or so, I'm getting tired because I've been up since 8 a.m. and they're not because they've probably been up since noon.
Right. So like a typical so you said Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays are pretty hectic. So like
Yeah.
how early are you up? How early are you up on those days?
Usually I'll get up around 8 a.m. because my first class is at 9.
Really?
So,
And then
actually no, I'll get up at like maybe 7:30 because I gotta give myself some time to like shower, get changed, have some
right.
coffee, and then usually I'm out the door like 30 minutes before my class starts just so I can have time
And
to.
then what time does your day end? Like what time do you wind up going to bed on those days?
So, I'll get home from school around maybe noon or so, and then usually I'll start work around 1:30 or 2:30, depends on what time they need me.
Mm-hmm.
And so usually I'm there till about we close at 9, and then it takes us probably like an hour to clean up everything. So usually we'll probably be out around maybe 10, at most 10:30, which really really sucks. So sometimes I'll be home like 10:30 or 11 at night, and then I'm up for an hour to like watch some highlights of the Cubs game that I missed or a race that I missed, and
Right.
then I'm going to bed because I can't stay up that late anymore.
So 7:30 a.m. to almost midnight. That's a long day to try and find an equal balance for all three. So now I kind of just want to ask you, what do you think are some possible solutions to finding this balance?
Some possible solutions. I think just kind of finding that balance, I guess. Like, tell your boss that you don't want to work that many hours.
Right.
Maybe try not taking 4 or 5 classes if you know that you can get overwhelmed from that much work.
Right.
So just try taking maybe 3 classes or something. You don't have to be a full time student and you don't have to be a full time worker because that's very difficult. I know some people that are just going straight to school, like they're not working. And I wish I could be doing that right now because then I could
Right.
focus more on school and I would have graduated much more earlier than what I am doing right now.
Right. But being a college student, you got some bills to pay, it kind of
Exactly.
it kind of hurts to not have a job. So yeah, I definitely with you. Work less hours. Maybe if you're not up for it, don't take as many classes that you know are gonna be loaded with work. So you're able to
Exactly.
have. So you're able to have that balance. Do you think there's any flaws that can come with with those kinds of solutions?
Probably the only flaws I could think of with the solutions that I suggested would probably be, not making as much money as you were before, and maybe not, getting out of school as soon as you thought you were.
Right, for sure. Definitely need the money because yeah,
Yeah,
we're college
that's for
students out
sure.
here. We don't want to be broke college students, even though we already are trying to pay
Yeah.
bills out here.
Well, good thing is we go to a community college, so
Right.
not paying
that,
too
that
much.
is what's good. All right, Ethan. Thank you for being on the show today. I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
Try
man.
I believe that these solutions can really help come up with a balance with your work life, your social life. So thanks a lot, man.
Yeah, thanks a lot. And yeah, it's definitely not easy finding that balance.
Oh, absolutely. All
Yeah,
right,
but thanks for
man.
having
Yeah, thanks a lot.